Let me start with an advisory at the beginning of this video. If you're under the age of 12, you should not be watching this video. I have ticked the box in YouTube which said this video is not made for children because I will be driving the Challenger. And unfortunately, driving the Challenger makes me profane. Frequently. Because I've been trying to ace the Challenger, boys and girls, and what I've been wondering is who the fuck is playing the Challenger, because as far as I can work out there must be some sort of super unicorn flaming porn star of a player if they can ace this thing. So I put it in ratings, right, and every single game, this is my thought process when I play a Challenger, I look at, okay, right, it's going to be bottom tier, right, because it's 7. I get that, and then I look at the lineup and I'm like, 2 ML1s, yeah, check. 2 Progettos, yeah, if I can check. A Smasher, yeah, check. Helsing, check. Annihilator, check. And I'm in the Challenger. A tank with no redeemable qualities. Wargaming would be like, no, we buffed it, we absolutely buffed it, yeah. Did you, Wargaming? Did you really buff this heap of shit? Oh my god. So I'm then kind of going, right. Aficionados of the channel will know that I advocate not firing Pramo. You're doing yourself out of damage. So I try naively, aside from playing the Challenger, I actually try and fire AP at things, and I've managed to kill a Lurva, and my thought process with this tank is I fucking killed something. I can't believe that I've effectively killed something, and I'm amazed when my shots go in. I'm freaking amazed that when things sit in front of me, I'm like, God, this is amazing. This kid's actually a really good player. The one in the MO I just cleared, and I've just got this feeling when I played the Challenger that if I have a half decent game in it, and this isn't really a half decent game. I mean, like half decent. I mean, who are you fucking kidding? It's a Challenger, right? And a game where I don't get a potato or like 950 damage, it feels like a freaking ace. I'm like, geez, that must be the ace game. And I look at it at the end, and it's like a nothing or a third or a second or something. Yeah, I feel like I've tanked my freaking ass off. I feel like I've ripped up trees. I feel like I've been freaking spectacular. I've done my besterest and everything. I'm driving this flaming thing around going, oh my god. And this is reality of Blitz. These tech tree tanks, especially in ratings, when you're bottom tier and then you got all these fucking OP things driving around, just smashing the living shit out of you, and you're like, yeah, okay. And I don't care how good you think you are or you may be. It really is like, I don't know, swimming with your boots on, or any number of non-inflammatory sort of metaphors I could maybe come up with for just driving something that is just appalling. It's like turning up at a bring your own car day, you know, at a racetrack, and there'll be a bunch of posh wankers in Lamborghinis and Ferraris and stuff, and you're there in your Fiat 500. That is what playing the Challenger is like. And you know, I've done a full review on the tank where I rant about it, but I just want to have some light-hearted humour about ratings and just the power creep in the game, and just the fact that you fucking line shots up and it's like, yeah, I tracked that OP Chimera. Oh yeah, I tracked him real good, and you know, I pen a shot and it's a high roll, and I'm like in a sort of orgasm of excitement that I've actually fucking managed to do something in the Challenger. And yes, I'm camping like a mother bother, but what do you want me to do? I mean, that's the other thing. I mean, I've turned off chat. I can imagine the chat, right? It's probably less amusing for YouTube videos. I can imagine the chat, you know, going on at the moment. Yeah, fucking noob Challenger, go do your mother, blah, 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 hope your family dies, camping twat. What are you supposed to do in a Challenger, right? The second game I'm going to show you is just absolutely hysterical. So I'm just like, here I am, right? I've knocked a tree down, and I'm like, okay, hopefully the Chimera will pop. And you know, I'm going to fire around a Premo at him because, especially if he pops front on, I haven't really got much for hope in hell, and it can just slap me for 400. So I kill the Chimera, and I'm thinking, geez, this isn't half bad. I mean, 1700 damage. You know, like, you know, you watch other YouTubers, they'll be like, 1700 damage, you fucking knob, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, I think that's really good. I think I've done really well in my Challenger, and buggering off like a mother bother because the tank will actually move a little bit. And I'm doing everything right, I think. I'm turning the turret about an hour before I want to aim, and I shoot the progetto. But look, he's fucking full health. He would be, wouldn't he? It's like, what do you want me to fricking do with this? It's an auto, like, forget it. I mean, that's Blitz. I'm not like raving about the unfairness of the game. I'm just saying, when I changed the channel title to Honest Blitz YouTubing, that is Blitz. That is like, you know, you drive your shitty tech tree tank against all the other OP things. You tank your nuts off, and some kid rocks up in a Progetto and gets a pulls. You know, that's the way it is. I ain't complaining. I just think it's freaking hysterical how bloody hard it is to do anything in a tech tree tank, especially tech tree tanks like this. It's just bonkers. The second game in Alpenstadt, I do actually manage to win a game in it, and it's like quite impressive. And I do more than 953 damage as well, and it kind of goes all right. But what makes me laugh in this is like I decide I'm not going to camp like a mother bother in it. And the trouble with frontline in this particular tank is it has not one jot of armour. It's like you show people your turret and they're like, yeah, forget about it. I mean, yes, there is a huge amount of premium ammunition spamming which goes on in raids, but they could just fire AP into you. Do you know what I mean? A meaningful buff for this tank would be to give it a turret that you can do something with. But, you know, whatevs. So and I've actually pushed up quite a long way up the map. I get a fair amount of destruction assistance and shit in this game. But what makes me chuckle at the SU aside, who's just got, I guess he's been a bit predictable, is that the moment they see a challenger, like the opposition, the red team, the moment they see one, they're like, ha-ha! And they're loading all sorts of ammunition. They're just firing. They're firing HE, they're firing AP, they're firing APCR. They're just flaming spank you because they can. They just look at it and it's squidgy and they just go, oh yeah baby, and they just lock and load and wipe your ass out. And I'm getting like every time I vaguely poke or don't like literally make sweet love to this rock, BAM! And a lot of the time with this tank, the best you can say is, well, at least they're looking at me. At least it's giving the rest of the team a fighting chance, whilst all these twats like try and take out the worst tank on the battlefield. Well, they all tunnel the highly lethal piece of wafer thin crap that is the Challenger. And there I am. I'm just again. I've got to 1,500 damage, and honestly, boys and girls, I'm like in raptures by this stage. I'm like, oh yeah, this could be the game. This could be the ace game in the Challenger. I'm playing all right. I mean, I'm not really playing all right. I'm alive. That's playing all right in Challenger. I'm freaking alive. I've actually decided to be brave and come out from behind my rock. And I'm coming up towards this AMX thing, which is I think about 15,000 credits in the store. I don't know a lot about it. I haven't played against. I know that they fire like fuck and it's got better armour. So I show up my turret. Yeah, baby. And I'm like, right, I need to land the shot. Oh, gold noob, thank God. Come outside. He came out sideways. You know, he could have done so many nasty and bad things to me there, and he chose to come out sideways. God bless his heart. And I'm like, freaking hell, this is going well. I'm up to 2,300 damage. Oh, look, an ammo. Yes! I connected a shot. I think the dispersion on the gun's not even particularly good. Go for the Tiger. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I think that's about it. I'm not really convinced by the team. I'm much less convinced by my tank. So, you know, if I was driving something anywhere close to marginally averagely good, I might go down there. But, you know, the RHM can just slap me, and the Tigers can fire like buggery, and I'm just there going, you know what, I'm just gonna, I'll see if I can grab the Tiger, but you know, that's it. 2.5k. And look, don't get me wrong, I'm being highly sarcastic. I know that 2.5k isn't an ace, but I'm pretty much like, that feels like a freaking ace game. I've actually got something like out of this tank. I've done more than 2k damage in it. I feel like a flaming pro. And I get to the end and I'm like, second. Who's playing this freaking tank? Freaking second for that. I feel like it's the biggest carry in my life. So we ask ourselves, how do we then feel better about ourselves? We've driven the Challenger all morning. It's been fucking shit. For all the reasons described. And as I alluded to earlier in the video, well, why is it shit? Well, it's bad because it's just plain bad. But like I said earlier, what it's competing against in the arms race that is Blitz is Progettos and ML1, grant you tree tank, Annihilators, Objects 262Us, Super Pershings, you frickin' name it. Super Pershing is even a bad example because actually it's quite a outdated power crep premium tank now. So you then get into something like a Chimera, and it says it all for me. You know, aside from the absolute bullshit shot that the Vickers CR makes on it, you get in a tank which is then overpowered. And if you think about skill or skill-based gaming, the game itself, what people are effectively doing is buying into the arms race. Now, don't get me wrong, I have a Chimera. As sneaky fucking I say, this is a gold noob cheating gold tank. We've all got them. But what people are doing, if they want to progress in ratings, and let's put the ML1 to one side for a sec, because the Wargaming just built a broken tank and got it so freaking wrong that it's unreal, and then built the ML2, which is shit, weird, but that's just a Wargaming quirk. But what people are broadly doing is they're spunking gold on the latest offer, like the Cent 5 and 1, the AMX, whatever, the this, the that. And I've honestly, boys and girls, I've lost freaking track of the amount of gold tanks they're bringing out at the moment. It seems to be one a freaking week, and I go in and it's like, buy this for 15,000 gold. It's special offer, and this. I'm like, what the hell? I can't afford it. I freaking hell. I sweated when I got my Northern Wallet out to buy the Chimera. I was just, you know, sweating, and it wasn't even new. So what people are doing, what they do is they buy the latest Gold Noob tank as it comes out, and it gives them an advantage because the Gold Noob tank, the cheating gold tank, has been engineered effectively to be OP. They're all engineered to be OP, and each one is almost more OP than the next in many ways. There are exceptions when they come out, like the T2020, but they buffed that, but they got that one wrong, and obviously people complain because they were like, I'm buying something that's OP. And what effectively they're doing is buying something that's OP, so it's not only paying to win, it's just pay to play. The whole culture of it is slightly broken. Don't get me wrong, Wargaming are making money, but it's just not. On top, it's buying a competitive advantage because people haven't seen the tank before, so they don't know how to deal with it. So like the Chimera when it first came out, which I didn't buy when it first came out, I couldn't afford it. You didn't know what to do with it. You know that you had to push it when it had, because it's got a monstrously long reload. You didn't know you had to shoot the hull. I mean, you could have worked these things out, and you probably could have watched some YouTuber tell you if you could be asked. But basically, you're also buying a competitive advantage because no one knows how to deal with it. So you begin to ask yourself the question, am I a better player if I do 2.7k in a Challenger or 3.1k in a Chimera? I can answer the question for you. I'm a better player if I can do 2.5k in a fucking Challenger. Anyway, rant over. Hope you enjoyed. See you. Bye.